Well, let's get this recording underway, shall we? Unfortunately, been experiencing some technical glitches tonight. The internet decided it did not want to stream, so I'm going to record it. And I've unfortunately been having some issues with OBS tonight. We'll see what happens with it. Hopefully I can keep it working. So, I did do this tutorial. I did not completely finish it because unfortunately I did get called out. Is the AC 4400 CW introduction, and then we will do the coal loading, train brakes theory, and then the SD40 and GP38. Hopefully I can do all that in this video. We will see. I am going to attempt. Now, hopefully OBS continues to work. If not, I will have to try and figure something else out. Yeah, for some reason it wanted to stream through a potato. So, I'm thinking it's something to do with OBS because I just updated it. And yeah, I think it's something within OBS that caused that within this last update. So, let us get started. We will select that one, and we will start.
This locomotive is the AC 4400 CW built by General Electric Transportation of Erie, Pennsylvania. This is the workhorse of the Sandpatch grade, able to generate a staggering 4,400 horsepower from its motor.
Alright, let's hop
First
in.
off, walk over to the locomotive as indicated.
And this is one of the nice things, you can actually crawl up here. I do not know of anything that we can do
and
up
proceed
here.
inside.
Alright, let's get this stupid door closed. If it'll let me. There we go, nice and quiet. And yes, I have tried having just this inner door closed and leaving the outer one open. It does not make a difference, unfortunately. It does not affect the audio.
To take control, you'll want the engineer's seat. Head over and sit down.
Hello. Alright. Choo-choo.
Let's get started by letting those around us know this locomotive is operational. Begin by turning the forward headlights control to bright.
Alright. So we will set this to bright.
There are 3 key controls to operating this locomotive: the reverser, brakes, and the combined power handle. The reverser determines direction of travel. Put this into forward.
There we go.
The right-hand levers are the brakes. There are separate controls for the entire train and for just the locomotive. Pull the independent brake lever all the way towards you. We're about to move, so make 2 blasts of the horn to alert anyone around. Remember, safety first.
Of course, it won't let me put the bell on.
Now add some power, but not too much. Too much power too soon can damage both the locomotive and the cars. Always start off nice and slowly. Pull the throttle lever towards you by 1 notch.
There we go. Yeah, it won't let me go anything past that either. It is pretty dummy proof.
You're moving. Great work. Push the throttle lever away from you to the middle center off or idle position. That concludes the basic engineer training on this locomotive, so let's bring it to a stop. Move the independent brake forward a short distance. As with applying power, too much brake pressure applied too quickly can be detrimental to the train and its cargo.
.33% is about good enough, and it wouldn't let me do more than that anyway, so. Sometimes I don't like how much they've dumbed it down, but not much we can do about that. That was very simple.
You've just completed your first lesson operating the AC 4400 CW. There's always more that can be discovered. As engineers, we're always learning and developing our skills.
Yes, we are. Alrighty. So that completes that one. Again, it doesn't let you do a whole lot more. It kind of limits you very hard in it. That would be my only complaint with this. So, let's move on to the next tutorial, which will happen right now.
Coal loading is a common occurrence on Sandpatch grade, so we better take a look at how to do it.
Very important.
To engage the loading process, the train must be moving at a constant rate and not exceeding the speed limit. In order to move the train very slowly, this locomotive is fitted with speed control. This is located on the integrated function display.
Yeah. There we go. Unfortunately, there we go. So, it does not want to use the buttons there. Unfortunately, I have tried. Or is this not wanting to work at all today? There we go. Yeah, it was just me. It's already on the speed control, which is, you can see right there, so it is now selected. Now you want to enter it in, so it is set.
We're now ready to move under the coal loader ahead, so get the train moving. As we have set the slow speed control, it does not matter what throttle position is used. The locomotive will only travel at the indicated speed.
Oh. Yeah, it's not letting me do anything. The headlights aren't on, horn didn't get a chance to blow, nothing. So. Yeah.
When the train is within range, the loader will activate and a notification will appear.
So this is one of the more tedious tasks. You do have to know this for one of the missions that you do have to do. So take note during this. It is important to know. I did notice someone else rage quit after that mission because they did not pay attention to what it told you to do. And is this an incredibly slow speed? Yes. And just further up the track, it dead ends.
The process of loading the cars is completely automated. As each car passes under the chute, the loader will dispense coal until it is full. This will continue until all the cars are loaded. With the train under semi-automatic control, you can watch the loading process from an external camera.
Yeah. All the way back to there. There we go. Slowly moving forward. Yeah. So there was some content I hinted at for you. Unfortunately, I am unable to bring it onto this channel at this moment due to the rules. I am now officially part of the DOJ roleplay community, and unfortunately, you do have to be approved before you can upload. However, I will put a link down in the description to Firekin's channel. We did recently do a scene together. She was medical, and I was just the officer on scene. So she did record that, and once that video is live, I will also leave a link to that video down below. She is a great person to play with, one of the better role players in my personal opinion, and I enjoy playing the game with her. Keep moving this back. So the nice thing with Rachel is how well she role plays.
To bring the train to a halt, return the throttle handle to idle, and on the integrated function display, press slow speed control off. Now bring the train to a stop.
I will do that once this is fully loaded up. Well, at least I think once it's fully loaded up. It'll take a little while. But, yeah, that'll let me inform you. So, what the rules are is administration has to approve you to do any videos, and at this point in time I am not approved to do that. And whilst I would love to record and put it on this channel, at the moment I am not allowed to. They are amazing to play with. Lots of the people in there are good RPers. Some not so much. I have ran into a couple of those. But, you know, that is fully 100% expected. No matter what you do, you will never please everyone. And I've learned that. And, you know, if it's their way of playing the game, great. It's just not the way I like to. Now, that being said, the whole community is wonderful to deal with. It's just a few little specks here and there. But realistically, administration takes care of that really, really fast if there's an issue. So that is great of them. Now, when will I be able to record? I have no idea. is completely 100% up to them. I might never be able to record. So, if I can, I will. If not, oh well. So, and in other news, completely different in real life. Obviously, I've been putting some time in on DOJ, but I've also been finally working on my race car again. We're getting close to the end. My race car, I've ordered some more parts for, and if anyone is interested, hey, let me know. I will post some videos of the car. One of the things I've done recently is drop the whole K-member onto the ground with the help of my coworkers, and we fought with the exhaust last year for well over a month and could not get it to fit, and finally we were able to get it to fit within 5 minutes after dropping the K-member. A little on the annoying side, but hopefully I will be able to hear that engine roar to life this year and then be able to take it out racing next year. The car is a 1981 Mercury Capri, poor man's Mustang, and I absolutely love it. It is an amazing, amazing car. So again, let me know, are you interested in any videos of the car? Because I'm willing to do it. Just have to figure out how I do that. Maybe use my DSLR that I have. Maybe. That'd be a lot of work on my end. But, you know what? If people are interested, I'm willing to do that. So, and we are on the second to last car. We will let this all fill up. So, yeah. Hopefully I will have the car all ready shortly. So we will bring this down to an idle. Oh.
You're now trained on loading
It
coal.
didn't stop, but okay,
there are
whatever.
two facilities for coal loading on the Sandpatch grade: Rockwood Mine and Shaw Mine.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Never seen that happen before. But we will continue on, and you will see the next one now.
This is where you'll learn all about train brakes and how they work. On this locomotive, there are 3 braking systems available to the engineer. Dynamic,
Engine brake,
auto,
the whole train,
and independent.
the locomotive.
Dynamic brakes work by reversing the polarity of the traction motors. When a train is moving, this action causes resistance against the turning axles. As this system only works when the axles are turning, this means the dynamic brake cannot stop a train, only slow it down. Train or auto brakes work by controlling air pressure in a brake pipe that runs the entire length of the train. This pipe connects to brake cylinders located on each individual car. In turn, these cylinders push directly onto the wheels to slow them down. Locomotive or independent brakes are similar in operation to the auto brake. However, this brake only affects the locomotive itself, not the entire train. The independent brake is used when switching cars in a yard, or for holding a stopped train on level or low grade. When the auto brake is applied, it directly affects something called the equalizing reservoir. Think of this readout as the target pressure for the air-controlled brakes on the train. Next to it is the brake pipe pressure. This indicates the overall brake pressure along the train. So, as the engineer, you set a desired pressure via the equalizing reservoir, and then the brake system will react to match this target. Perform a brake application on this train of 20 cars to see this process in action.
Alrighty, you want to have that?
Using the auto brake, reduce the equalizing reservoir. Watch for the brake pipe pressure indication to change, matching this reduction, and applying the brakes on the train.
There we go, full service. It's going to lower the pressure because the air keeps it off, I believe.
Now let's see this same process on a much larger train. Head over to the adjacent locomotive and climb into the cab.
There we go. Nice and loud. Run up. There we go. Much quieter. How do you get over here so fast?
This train has 100 cars. Let's see what difference this has on the reaction speed of the brakes. Repeat the equalizing reservoir reduction from before, again using the auto brake.
Yeah.
Watch how long it now takes for the brake pipe pressure to match. The skill of the engineer is knowing when to start braking.
There we go.
Now that we have seen the brakes apply,
That was instant.
let's
That's
see how long it takes to release
not
them.
right.
Using the auto brake, set the equalizing reservoir back to its previous position. This action triggers the brake.
That's not right. That one, okay, I will
It's a
admit,
lot to
is
take
screwed
in,
up.
so that's all for now. The key aspects to remember are brakes take a while to apply, so plan ahead and be patient. And the brake pipe will only begin to recharge when the auto brake is put into the release position.
Yeah. All right. And that last point is very important to remember. So we will start the next one now.
This is a special duty Type 40 locomotive built by the Electromotive Division of General Motors. Known as an SD40-2, this locomotive is one of the most successful designs of all time. A 16-cylinder diesel-electric motor provides a stomping 3,000 horsepower. First off, walk over to the locomotive as indicated. Open the cab door and proceed inside.
I do love how the sound changes like that, though.
To take control, you'll want the engineer's seat. Head over and
This
sit
one.
down. Safety always comes first on the railroad. So to start with, we
Not
need to
always.
let those around us know this locomotive is operational. Begin by turning the forward headlights control to bright.
There we go, nice and bright.
There are 3 key controls to operating this locomotive: the reverser, brakes, and throttle. The reverser determines direction of travel. Put this into forward.
There we go. You can hear it idle up.
To the left is the auto brake, which applies brakes along the entire length of the train. Let's move this to release.
There we go.
We're about to move, so make 2 blasts of the horn to alert anyone around. Remember, safety first.
Profits first actually for most train companies, but here we go.
Now add some power, but not too much. Too much power too soon can damage both the locomotive and the cars. Always start off nice and slowly. Increase the throttle lever by 1 notch.
There we go, 1 notch.
You're moving. Great work. To maintain a constant speed, move the throttle back to its idle position.
That's not technically how it works, but you do have to bounce it around all the time. It was maintaining constant speed, but...
That concludes the basic engineer training on this locomotive. So let's bring it to a stop. Move the auto brake to initial reduction. As with applying power, too much brake pressure applied too quickly can be detrimental to the train and its cargo.
All right. And there we go, starting to slow down. And it won't let me use the independent either. That's always nice. Oh, that was easy.
That was great work. You've just completed your first tutorial operating the SD40-2. There's always more that can be discovered, though. As engineers, we'll never stop honing our skills.
1 more to go. And that begins right now.
This is the latest generation General Purpose Type 38 locomotive built by the Electromotive Division of General Motors. Known as a GP38-2, it packs an efficient 16-cylinder diesel-electric motor able to generate 2,000 horsepower. First off, walk over to the locomotive as indicated.
No, really? Let me guess, it's going to be a lot like the last one. Because these two are very, very similar.
Open the cab door and proceed inside.
The biggest difference that you'll notice is right here, instead of the big wheel, this has just a handle. That's basically the easiest way to distinguish the two, in my opinion. The insides are almost the exact same.
To take control, you'll want the engineer's seat. Head over and sit down.
Now notice I said almost.
Safety always comes first on the railroad. So to start with, we need to let those around us know this locomotive is operational. Begin by turning the forward headlights control to bright. There are 3 key controls to operating this locomotive: the reverser, brakes, and throttle. The reverser determines direction of travel. Put this into forward.
There we go. In forward.
To the left is the auto brake, which applies brakes along the entire length of the train. Let's move this to release.
There we go.
We're about to move, so make 2 blasts of the horn to alert anyone around. Remember, safety first. Now add some power, but not too much. Too much power too soon can damage both the locomotive and the cars. Always start off nice and slowly. Increase the throttle lever by 1 notch.
There we go. 1 notch complete. Yeah, errored up. Yeah. Sometimes it does that.
You're moving. Great work. To maintain a constant speed, move the throttle back to its idle position.
Alright. This is a well-known bug, by the way, with the audio.
That concludes the basic engineer training on this locomotive. So let's bring it to a stop. Move the auto brake to initial reduction. As with applying power, too much brake pressure applied too quickly can be detrimental to the train and its cargo.
Alright. And bring this to a stop, and then we will be done with this tutorial. All the tutorials. Excellent.
That was great work. You've just completed your first lesson operating the GP38-2. There's always more that can be discovered, though. As engineers, we'll never stop honing our skill.
As I'm sure you can tell, that was, how should I put it? Very similar to the other one. Repeat. As you can tell, that was very similar to the other one. No. And, yeah. So, what I'm going to do is going to end this video now. I want to thank you all for watching. Again, make sure you comment down below. Would you like to see me do some videos about my car? And I'm talking my race car, not my everyday car. But hey, if you're interested in that too, is Chevrolet Volt. First generation, and I do absolutely love it. Yeah, let me know if you would like to see those, because I got no problem doing that. And make sure you go support Firekin's channel. She is, like I said, an amazing role player. I absolutely love playing with her. I've put in quite a bit of time on the servers, and hopefully that pays off for me. So make sure that you subscribe if you like my content. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Click the like button. Help spread the videos to other people if you did indeed like the video. And I will see you guys on the next one, which I am hoping to be able to finally do one of the requested flights. Unfortunately, it takes so much to do that one, and I will not do that one as a live stream because of how long it is. It is over a 10-hour flight. So that will also be a recording. So Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.